PlayStation and technology go together like white on rice. I just got to say, they always seem to be at the top of their game, and they always seem to be doing something to innovate and make things even better for the PlayStation fan base. And that's something that I really only came to kind of recognize and realize recently. I would say recently, within the last 5 years or so, 5, 6 years, something like that. They really seem to go all out. Are they prone to mistakes? Yes. But this bit of news, this technology news, really does blow me away, and I cannot wait to kind of go over this with you guys, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth on the topic. It's going to be a video you don't want to miss. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crapgamer, and this of course is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some of the cool changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me and my silly YouTube channel. So as you guys know, there's a lot of things going on in the industry that kind of makes sense for Sony to do and be involved in. One of the things that I've been talking about for a long time is like DLSS and the ability to scale back the actual native output of resolution so that we can get better actual performance and things like that, because I think native 4K is actually pretty pointless. Now, Sony Interactive Entertainment has now entered into a patent that dives into providing a DLSS-like solution for better picture quality as well. So it would appear that Sony Gaming Division may be looking into some image and performance improvements solution along the lines of NVIDIA's DLSS and AMD's Fidelity FX SR, as the latest patent explores methods to improve image quality and filling in missing data via a combination of machine learning and computer-based implementation, which is very cool stuff and a little bit technical, and we're going to get into that in a bit. So, filed this past April with it going public at the end of last month, the latest in patent from Sony Interactive Entertainment details a potential solution to offering users better image quality. It goes as follows. Digital images can contain regions of missing or corrupted image data. Missing or corrupted regions are referred to in the art as holes. Holes are normally undesirable, and methods of inferring what information is missing or corrupted are employed to fill the holes. Filling holes in the image is also referred to as image completion or inpainting. A variety of processes exist for filling in holes in images. Machine learning interface techniques, which rely on trained processes, can fill holes in images with high-quality results. However, machine learning techniques are performance intensive, requiring powerful computer hardware and a large amount of time. Holes in images arise in image-based rendering systems. For example, where there are two or more images representing perspectives of the same environment, there may be no extra damage or data corresponding to an intermediate perspective that a user would like to see. Alternatively, there is also some data missing from one of the perspectives. Machine learning processes may be used to interfere and to infer the intermediate perspective. Basically, an example of image-based rendering system is a virtual reality device displaying a virtual reality environment. A user wearing a virtual reality headset is presented by two monitors in the headset with a representation of a three-dimensional scene. As the user moves their head, a new scene is generated and displayed according to the new position and orientation of the headset. So it goes on to state the advantage of this would reduce the load of a processor of said hardware. The advantageously enables the whole to be filled quickly and efficiently while increasing the likelihood of achieving a high quality result. Nearby pixels having different material identifiers to the whole pixel are more likely to look different to the missing pixel. Now I know this looks like, sounds like a big garble of nothing, but basically it goes without saying that this patent doesn't necessarily mean that we'll ever see this happening, but it could be something that they're looking to employ on PSVR 2, which could potentially be really great, because if you think about it, it's a little bit more taxing for VR to use a console and to use hardware. So if you could use a scaled down image to get a better image quality, then I think that's all the better for everybody involved. But there's also, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 both use Fidelity FX as it is. So this could be for that. It could be for any number of things, and I think that would be an incredibly smart move just going forward for Sony and to get the most out of the machine. I think that would make a lot of sense, and hopefully we see something more on this in the future from a standpoint of excellence. I really want to see more on the console. I want to see more on the VR. I want to see all of this stuff from Sony in the future, and I feel like we're probably pretty close to that. And I also feel like they've got some really good ideas when it comes to the VR space and when it comes to stuff like DLSS and things. So hopefully we get an idea of that, and hopefully we get an idea of, you know, kind of what's going on in their minds when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, you know, I would love to see some changes happen, and I would love to see some, you know, some more information on this. I think that it's very smart to really kind of go out of your way and say, hey, you know what, they're doing a really excellent job, you know, and I like the things that they're doing. And look, them and Microsoft are doing a good job in this space. I feel like, you know, to take the most advantage of these pieces of hardware, which are already very powerful. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but recently Steam's newer survey came out, and only about 18 million people out of the hundreds of millions of people on Steam, only 18 million have a PC that is surpassing the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 and what they can do. Only 18 million. That's not a lot. It's a very, very small percent. And when you think about that, that means that there's a lot of people that are just happy to be playing games. And I think, like, for me, one of the things that I love most about consoles is just the simple and easeability of use and things like that. You can just kind of plug them in and play with them and have a good time with them. And that's what I enjoy about these things. You know, they're very well put together, I think, you know, and for the amount of money that you're spending, if you think about it, right? So let's just say, I know the Series S kind of gets made fun of a little bit, but I have one, and I think it's a really cool little thing. Yes, it's not going to be the beast that the X is or the PS5, but for what it does, and to be able to get 120 frames per second on some stuff and even 1080p, like, I think that that is probably the equivalent to what most Steam users are using in terms of power and performance and things like that. Most of the time people are just kind of turning down settings to be able to get to be able to get what they kind of want. So, you know, I do think that it's really an interesting situation with these types of narratives and things like that. I really love the fact that Sony continues to build on things. So does Microsoft. I'm not going to knock Microsoft. Listen, I like the Xbox. I know people don't think that I do. It's always funny when I get in an argument with people, you know, over, you know, Xbox or whatever. They think I hate Xbox. I don't hate Xbox. I love Xbox. That's why I'm hard on Xbox, is because I think that we deserve better. And I also think that, you know, it's something that as fans, you know, I just feel like, you know, we should have probably been getting games, and they should have really really done something that that kind of, in my opinion anyway, to give the gamers games, right? Like, I know that at the end of the day, people probably have their own ideas and thoughts and opinions and stuff, but I just honestly do feel like at the end of the day, it comes down to it, like, people should definitely be going out there and being able to play some games and things like that. Microsoft just dropped the ball there. I think they've really ran with it in a lot of ways, but I feel like when it comes to the game situation, they've really dropped the ball. And, you know, I know that's going to change, and obviously, you know, the quality stuff will change. I just feel like, man, it seems like it's taken forever, and they should have probably had a better plan in place. With that being said, what do you guys think of this? I'm going to link it in the description. Let me know. Sound off, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.
Turns out, the same people as always, dropping the facts. It's not cross-gen.